Welcome back to BYU Sports Nation live simulcast. We are welcoming in a standout star from BYU women's basketball and a team that I think should be nationally ranked as well, though they're three spots
just
out.
A couple spots out.
Just out. But more importantly, they got a 7 seed. Brenna Chase, the junior veteran guard, is here with us, leading a very young team. Brenna, welcome back to Studio B.
Thanks, guys.
What's up? How's the last couple days been? Because it's been 8 days since you won the West Coast Conference Championship, and you guys have had some time off. You're getting ready for the tournament. This has been a fun, exciting time, I imagine.
Yeah, it's been really fun, but I think we're all kind of just itching to get back out on the court. It's been quite a long time, but we're excited. We're preparing for Auburn, and it's going to be fun.
We asked your coach this yesterday. What's the best and worst part about a long layoff?
I think the best part is that you have a lot of time to prepare for your opponent. And the worst part is you just, practice gets old every day going against the same people. And so I think we're excited to finally play somebody different.
What was Monday like? Because you're waiting for 5 o'clock local time to see where you go. And then at 2 o'clock or 1:30 or something, it comes out on social media. Mm-hmm. So what was that like emotionally? It wasn't the moment, right, that you're used to?
So I didn't know until right before they aired it. Because I texted Ashley Garfield and I was like, Ashley, this says they're airing it early. We're supposed to have our watch party at 5. She's like, no, ESPN says 5 still. ESPN says 5. And then all of a sudden we get this text, hustle over.
Leave your class or whatever you're doing and get to the building.
So it's kind of chaotic, but my mom texted me who we were playing and where and stuff because my parents keep up on all that stuff. And it was exciting. I mean, I really am the type of person that just wants to know. I don't like to wait around. I get the itch and I just want to know. So it was really exciting. I mean, it wasn't what we expected, but it's still, we're going to the dance. So.
What were you expecting? A 6?
I was expecting to go to the annex at 5 and then see the bracket.
In time.
Yes.
Were you expecting that kind of seed?
I was hoping for a 6 or a 7, yeah, and I was happy with a 7. I know Juddy said he was expecting a 6, but I'm happy with a 7.
Brenna Chase with us on BYU Sports Nation. Let's talk about the 7-10 matchup with Auburn. Now that you have had a few days to review what they're about, what have you learned about the Tigers, and what kind of a team are they?
They're very aggressive. They're pressuring us. They want to press most of the game, and then they kind of fall back into a matchup zone. And so we've kind of just worked on this weekend practice, preparing for that pressure and trying to, not be panicked by it and limit turnovers because that's where they score a lot of their points.
Do they compare to any team that you have played against this season?
I feel like they compare a little bit to TCU, kind of just a more athletic, fast, quick team. So I think that because we played them and, we handled their pressure, that we have a good chance against Auburn as well.
Shooters love zones. So are you licking your chops for this one?
I'm excited, yeah. But, we have so many people on our team that can shoot. I don't know if they will zone us the whole time. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing.
Let's talk about that trio you are part of with Shaylee Gonzalez and Paley Johnson, the Splash Sisters. How did that nickname come about?
One day I was scrolling through Twitter and I see Shaylee posts, there was a quote that Shaylee said that said, they call us the Splash Sisters. I don't know if she made that up or who did, but I love it, so.
Pulling off the Golden State Warriors Splash Brothers,
yes,
right? Yeah,
yes.
That's awesome.
You see that first three-pointer go down in the championship game of the West Coast Conference Tournament against Gonzaga. And I turned to the few people I was sitting next to and I said, now, typically when Brenna makes her first shot, it's a really good day. At what point did you think, wow, the basket looks really big and I don't think I'm going to ever miss a shot again?
I think just after I hit a couple contested ones, it was more like a heat check, and I was like, those one, and I was like, okay, it's going to be a good day. I'm shooting ball today.
7 3-pointers against Gonzaga.
I mean, after that, are you like, yeah, this is one of those days? Did you know immediately?
Kind of, yeah. When I hit one off the screen with one of the Worth girls who's 6-something, and I was like, okay. All right.
The underwhelming say, okay, yeah, it's gonna be like that. We had Jeff Judkins in yesterday, and you're playing at Stanford, and should you win, you could match up with Stanford at Stanford, right? Mm-hmm. So Bay Area, lots of BYU fans in the house, and we kind of feel like we lined up Steve Young going to the game. What's that like for the team?
I mean, it's really exciting to have somebody of his caliber at our games. We really respect him and are so excited to have him there. So it's awesome.
Yeah, if you have a Pro Football Hall of Famer in the house, Super Bowl champion.
But you're a Broncos fan, so you would prefer that maybe John Elway also be there, right?
I mean, yeah, as many as we can get, right?
You went through a tough 3-game losing streak midseason in conference. You were nationally ranked, and then it kind of seemed like for a moment the wheels fell off. But then all of a sudden you're back, you win at Gonzaga, and you don't lose another game through the rest of the regular season. What changed in your mind to end that losing streak and get back on track?
I think that honestly it was a learning experience for us that we probably needed a little bit. What changed is that we knew we were a better team and we didn't want to have a mediocre season. And so I think as a team we kind of came together and decided, no, we're not going to lose another game. We're going to do this the right way. And so we did.
This is a young group. You're one of the veterans as a junior. How are you and some of the other leaders talking with this group about, okay, this is a big deal. Let's not get overwhelmed by kind of the pressure of the NCAA tournament?
I think we just have to look at it like it's just another game. Because I think if we look at it any other way, we could feel that pressure and feel a little more panicked. We're just excited to play another day, and we get to play the game that we love. And so I think that's how we have to look at it, as an opportunity rather than a you have to win.
As a shooter, walk me through the process of walking into the gym initially and gauging, okay, depth perception, lighting, all that stuff. Walk me through that process for you.
For me, I just kind of go in and I have a routine that I do before every game. I go in about an hour and a half early and I shoot for 20 minutes before we start our actual warm-up. And so I think it's just trying to get a feel for the basket and the balls that we use because they're always different. And so once I kind of get that feel, I know whether or not it's going in.
That's true. The NCAA tournament ball may be different than what the West Coast Conference uses, potentially. It might be the same ball. Hopefully that's
Could
the
be.
case. Yeah.
Acclimate.
Acclimate.
You know, if you need to shoot for 30 minutes before, whatever, just do what you need to do, Brenna. Okay.
Will do.
The 7 3-pointers was a nice revelation in the West Coast Conference tournament.
It was fun. I was happy about it.
Absolutely. Brenna Chase with us from BYU women's basketball. You talked about the mentality that shifted for you when things turned around in the season. And then there comes the Caitlyn Alldredge implementation into the starting lineup, and you go with the smaller lineup. What has she meant to the team coming over from softball after winning 4 conference titles and then essentially walking onto the team and earning her way into the starting 5?
I think that Caitlyn is just an example of what every athlete needs to be. She's so hardworking. She does everything that Juddy asks. She knows the game plan all the time, and she's a great teammate. And so having Caitlyn come in has been such a blessing, and we're so happy to have her. As far as her starting and us going smaller, there's a lot of smaller teams in our conference, so we kind of needed her to spread out the offense more so that they didn't sit in the paint so much because Kate can shoot as well, so she's been great.
But is it hard to deal with her just swinging those 5 rings around, just getting in the way? Is that just...
No, it's awesome. I admire her. I just want to be like her.
I'm just kidding.
Great
She's
stuff.
not wearing them around. Yeah.
This has been a big year for you, both on and off the floor. You're now engaged.
Congratulations.
To be married,
Very
so
exciting.
congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. Shoot your shot on the court and off the court.
Congratulations to Max, right? Yeah. Very
Max
cool.
is the best, so
All right, let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma.
please do.
Before you head out to California. And
Enjoyed hanging out with Steve Young. Tell him hi for us.
Yeah, send our best to Mr. Young.
Will do.
Thanks, Brenna.
Thanks, guys.